We got some interesting news. Ryan Garcia may get another title opportunity against WBC champion El Azteca, Mexican warrior, Mario Barrios. In this video, I'm going to break it down and let you know what I think. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So, boxing rumors abound that, yes, Ryan Garcia might be right back in the picture for a title fight, a Golden Boy / PBC, Amazon Prime / DAZN fight against WBC champion Mario Barrios. Couple outlets have reported this. It looks like they're passing contracts and trying to get that over the line and finished. As of me recording the video, it hasn't been finalized officially, but if all goes well, it looks like it's headed that way. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. I've been doing boxing for oh so long, and it feels oh so great. So I already know how fans will react to certain news. When you've done this at an elite level for so many years, you kind of get a feel for what's next. So a lot of people, the $1 million question, the elephant in the room, a lot of people are going to be like, yo, Ryan Garcia is coming off of a loss to Rolly Romero. Facts. So they're going to be like, yo, how does he get a title opportunity coming off of a loss? He's never been a champion. How is he getting a title opportunity? And to me, the answer is simple. And that answer is, simply put, politics. That's all there is. In boxing, you're going to get these politics and money talks. So it's nothing new to boxing. Some people, oh, he's coming off a loss. I can't believe it. How could you? Right? We've seen fights before, or I have. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how much boxing you watch, but for me, I've seen it before. Zab Judah fought Carlos Baldomir. I think he was supposed to be the favorite, but he ended up losing to Baldomir. But the promoters, the powers that be, Top Rank, because they were both with Top Rank, they were planning on making Zab Judah versus Floyd Mayweather. So despite Zab coming up short in a decision loss to Baldomir, they were like, nah, we're not going to let that get in the way. And they still made the Zab Judah versus Floyd Mayweather fight. Might I add, that was actually a very good fight and a competitive fight early, right? So it's boxing. These things happen. You know what I mean? These things happen in the sport of boxing, and it all boils down to the business and money and politics. No different than Tank Davis had a draw with Lamont Roach. A lot of people wanted to see the rematch, but he got the Jake Paul fight. I don't know if the Jake Paul fight is going to continue happening for obvious reasons. I've already talked about it on my channel, so you should know what's going on. If not, that's your bad for not subscribing. And despite the public demanding a Roach rematch for Tank Davis, the business, what the networks wanted, what the networks were going to pay top dollar for, was not a Lamont Roach fight to settle the draw, but instead Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. So I look at these scenarios and examples that I'm giving you, I'm looking at them as pretty much the same. Ryan lost to Rolly, but where else, like, where do you go? Like, just be real. Ryan has popularity. Ryan has a shaky relationship with Golden Boy. So, I mean, where would you put him? You put him in the back of the line, back of the queue. And I'm not vouching. I'm not Golden Boy. I'm not PBC. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. It's kind of a predicament because, one, Ryan kind of came up with some excuses of why he looked like that versus Rolly. So the fighters, for the most part, they're always going to be defiant, and the fighters are always going to kind of have reasons in their head whether the public validates them or not, they're going to be like, oh, my shoulder was bad. Or Canelo's like, I lost to Crawford, but I needed elbow surgery. So the fighters are going to be defiant. So Ryan is probably looking at it like, I know what went wrong. I was coming off a year layoff. This didn't work. This didn't. So it's almost a catch-22. Here's why. Here's why it's a catch-22. Ryan did not look good coming off the long layoff and popping dirty in the Devin Haney fight, right? He got dropped, got hurt, and seemed gun shy, which was a bad look because he was coming off the year layoff where he popped dirty. So naturally, a lot of people started to associate his performance and lack thereof. Like it, from the optics, it looks bad because you look better. I mean, I can't even say you look better, but you were hurting Devin Haney and initially won the fight. Then you popped dirty. So to go from that type of performance where at least you're hurting your opponent to you never hurt him, got dropped, didn't really want to throw punches, it looked bad. It looked bad. And people were like, oh, see, he's off the juice. And that's what you can expect now. So it's a catch-22 for this simple reason. If they matched him soft and put him in there with like Mercita Hesta or somebody that nobody wants to see Ryan fight, it would be a waste of time and Ryan would probably win. Like Emmanuel Tagtoe or Tiptoes or whatever that dude's name is. So if you put him in there coming off a loss and say and account for the loss and you're like, yo, we're going to step back your competition, people will complain. But then when you have a good fight like Barrios, but it's a title fight and then fans feel maybe it's not deserving, like you don't deserve this coming off a loss, then people complain about that too. So boxing fans, overall boxing fans be tripping and they really got to pick their poison. It's either A, you want to see good fights, or you're going to nitpick some of the things that always exist in the boxing, like business and whatever. Like I said, Ryan Garcia still has value in his brand name, and he is coming off a loss, but we've seen worse. For me, in my honest opinion, I like the fight. Barrios and Ryan, I think it's a good fight. It's a dangerous fight for Ryan because he's already lost to Tank and had the situation with the popping dirty, and then he lost to Rolly. So he can't really afford another loss, so to speak. Barrios is a guy who always comes to fight. He gave Tank a tough fight, Keith Thurman a tough fight. You know, he's had a run at welterweight, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, at the end of the day, I think it's a good fight. So I would prioritize, instead of complaining about why does Ryan get it. Boxing has been so dry and so DEAD lately that I don't even care. I'm just trying to get some good fights on the calendar. So yeah, you could argue and cry that Ryan doesn't deserve it and all that, but I'm just trying to see some good fights, and some good fights like hit the calendar. I feel like boxing needs that more than nitpicking, because again, Ryan also, he would definitely be criticized if he fought some bottom of the barrel guy, or Sergey Lipinets, who just lost over the weekend. If he fought somebody like that who keeps losing, then, you know, what does that do for boxing either? So I'll just take the good matchup that I like and worry about the other stuff later. Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new. But even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate. So ultimately,